What's good, y'all? This J.C.A. Reactions. I'm John, and I'm back, finally. About to react to the new Death Battle video, Ultron versus Sigma, Marvel versus Capcom. I don't know much about Sigma, but I remember Ultron from Marvel the movie or whatever, so Avengers 2 and shit. So, really, I don't know too much about Ultron neither, to be perfectly honest. So, right now, I ain't got nobody till see the stats. Y'all know how we do over here. So, go ahead and get into the video. But the original link will be in the description box below, like always. Y'all know the routine. Now, without further ado, about to get about this content strictly from me to you. Let's get it. Here we go.
Humans fear what they don't understand, especially when it comes to the infinite potential of artificial intelligence.
Like Ultron, Marvel's mechanical mass murderer.
And Sigma, the general of genocide from Mega Man X.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their
Oh, yeah,
weapons,
Mega
armor,
Man
and
would
skills to
come,
find
too.
out who would win a death battle. Hank Pym was a founding member of the Avengers.
Now, my homeboy
creator of
know
the
more
revolutionary
about
Pym particles,
Sigma than I
and
do.
designated scientist supreme by eternity. He was also the quote-unquote father of one of the greatest mass murderers in the universe.
Guess which one he's most remembered for?
Eager to push the boundaries of science, Hank constructed an artificial intelligence which could learn and evolve on its own, modeling it on his own brain patterns.
Just one problem. At the time, Hank was pretty effed up and just a few years from going full-on Looney Tunes.
Maybe not the best time to base an AI off your mind, but still, Hank's project was a success. Ultron had been born.
Your destruction is inevitable.
Hang on, Wiz.
Really?
I thought Tony and not Hulk created Ultron.
In the movies, sure, but it was Hank in the primary source material, the comics.
Well, he really knocked it out of the park. Ultron's super smart brain evolved Hank's ability to cope, basically skipping over the innocent kid phase and straight to, screw you, Dad, you'll never understand.
I bet you know a lot about that.
Screw you, Wiz, you'll never understand.
Because Ultron's consciousness was based off Hank's struggling bipolar one, he inherited his creator's issues and magnified them into absurdity. With a new thirst for power, coupled with a severe inferiority complex, Ultron escaped the lab, bent on destroying his father, the Avengers, and basically all organic life.
And the first step was upgrading his trash can of a body into a sleek new adamantium one. The same kind of metal used for Wolverine's skeleton chrome job. But you may be wondering, how's he gonna walk around if his entire body is made of adamantium? Even Thor has a hard time bending that stuff. And he can friggin' destroy planets!
Ultron thought of that and created an answer. His molecular rearranger allows him to mold and shape his body any way he likes. He can manipulate his adamantium self to move around or transform into blades, spikes, and explosions, apparently. Specifically, he can expend his body through a blast of energy force. The molecular rearranger is also a handy repair tool on the off chance he is damaged.
He's also got a power siphon to absorb energy, jet boosters for flight, nanobot antibodies, and a fusion reactor powering the whole package. And if you're a death robot who's about to challenge all the Avengers to a fight all at once, which Ultron did, you're gonna need more than just some fancy doodads to pull it off.
He possesses super strength and super speed, and he can manipulate ionic energy. An ion is an atom or molecule with an electric charge, and this charge is created when it loses or gains one or more electrons.
Enough nerd speak, Wiz. It's just there because all robo people need to shoot awesome robo lasers, right?
Absolutely. Ultron can fire beams of ionic energy from his eyes, mouth, and hands, and can even use it to create force fields. He also wields an encephalo-ray, which allows him to read and control minds, erase memories, and even put you into a coma with a single hit.
Syphilis ray, huh? That's gotta be hard to get rid of.
Too true.
So far, Ultron
Ultron's artificial intelligence isn't bound to any one physical body. Should he be destroyed, he can transfer his consciousness into another machine to survive.
And boy, does he have a lot of drones on hand just for that. Like the giant Ultron 7 or the Christmas-themed Santatron. And who could forget Ultron 15, the alcoholic one? Part robot, all fun.
While most of these drones are relatively fragile compared to his own adamantium
Yeah, I figured
shell,
it.
Ultron has a veritable
Avengers
army
2.
on his hands, all of which are extensions of his will that he commands simultaneously.
He's conquered the whole world with these guys in 2 different future timelines. He's humiliated heavy hitters like Iron Man, Wonder Man, and Thor, flown across the entire galaxy just for fun, and tanked hits from Mjolnir like they were nothing. Plus, he's hella smart. I mean, Hank is Scientist Supreme, right? And Ultron was designed to grow smarter than him, so that must make him Scientist Ultra Supreme, with extra cheese.
He even assimilated a techno-organic race known as the Phalanx, and then used them to conquer the entire
The
Kree
Phalanx?
Empire. This empire spans the Greater Magellanic Cloud, a real-life satellite galaxy near to our own Milky Way. It's made up of 1,000 planets across a diameter of 14,000 light-years, and Ultron conquered all of them in just a couple hours.
Damn, that's some dedication. I can't even bother to finish conquering all the anthills outside my shack.
With all that power and intelligence, Ultron was able to defeat the time-traveling warlord Kang, who pulled an army of superheroes across time to fight for him.
Kang lost so many times that the universe started to collapse from how many people he was time-hopping to fight Ultron. Man, is there anything that can stop this robot?
What's his
Well,
weakness?
sufficient heat can melt his internal circuitry, his adamantium is vulnerable to antimetal, and he is frequently defeated by computer viruses that can attack his AI directly.
He also never really got over the crazy he inherited from Hank. He once self-destructed in utter disbelief after reading the phrase, "Thou shalt not kill." Yeah, he's so murder-happy that just the
Ain't that a
thought of
bitch?
not killing people drove him to suicide.
Ain't that a
Guy's got
bitch?
problems.
No kidding.
If I can't
he
kill,
wants to turn Hank's
I'll
wife
kill
into
myself.
a robot bride for himself.
Hell no.
And once merged with Hank for a cross-galaxy road trip, slaughtering billions just for fun.
Whoa, wait, what was that bit about sex-botting his
Yeah,
mom?
what?
There aren't enough Pym particles in the world to shrink Ultron's issues, but to be honest,
Sound like
that's
some chick
probably
shit.
what makes him so incredibly deadly.
But, like the man said, what doesn't kill me just makes me stronger.
In the year 21, humanity experienced a golden age of technology, all thanks to the
let's see what
discovery and
Sigma get.
replication of a certain blue android that could think and feel
Mega
like
Man.
a human. These replicated androids, or Reploids, were mass-produced and used at all levels of society.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
wonder they got
like
this
it
on,
could have no possible negative repercussions at all.
On their anime streaming service or
Unfortunately,
something.
there it is.
Instances of crime involving Reploids began to increase. Something seemed to be infecting them, turning these Reploids into violent mavericks who needed to be stopped.
So, Dr. Kane, the guy that started this Reploid shindig in the first place, created a robot so badass that it could hunt mavericks without getting infected himself. This Reploid was named Sigma.
Commander Sigma led the newly formed Maverick Hunters like an elite police force. Under his leadership skills, the number of overall casualties dropped to a whopping 0.
Things were going great. Well, until they found a mysterious red Maverick in an abandoned laboratory who started eating Maverick Hunter ass for breakfast. Wait, that didn't come out
Oh,
right.
not
Sigma
literally.
fought the fight of his life. And though he technically won, his victory was far more Pyrrhic than he or the rest of the world could ever have imagined.
So this red guy was called Zero, and turns out the thing infecting Reploids and turning them into Mavericks was a virus leaking from Zero's stasis pod. That also didn't sound right.
A final gift from that dastardly Dr. Wily.
Oh, dear God, that thing is hard on a hangover.
Fortunately, Sigma was designed to fight off such a virus. Unfortunately, this actually just made things worse. Instead of bending Sigma to its violent will, the virus merged with his programming, becoming one with his body and mind. Together, they both became stronger
shit,
than
he should be
before,
immune to
with a
viruses.
whole new outlook on the world. Sigma began to look at humankind as detrimental to Reploid evolution, holding back their full potential.
Yeah, the big, strong metal people hate the dumb flesh bags, blah, blah. I hear it from you every time at the bar, Wiz.
When was the last time I went to a bar?
You don't remember?
No.
Mission accomplished.
Sure.
Sigma gathered an army of mavericks, and when the time was right, his invasion began.
Sound like a
but
good
to
night.
pull it off, he needed some bitchin' robo-weapons. Sigma's favorite is his totally not copyrighted beam sword. But he also likes tearing through bots with his flying hammer, beam scythe, and the I'm not compensating for anything size Sigma blade.
He also wields an energy rifle, flamethrower, and a giant energy cannon.
For extra defense, he has a shield that can be tossed around the room like a boomerang. And hey look, he's like a Robo-Wolverine, only the metal's on the outside. Well, and inside.
With all these weapons and an army at his back, Sigma's operation was nearly successful. However, he was halted by the original android Dr. Kane found all those years ago, Mega Man X.
But Sigma just kept coming back. Over and over and over and... Wait a minute, is that a new villain? Oh, never mind, he's just being controlled by Sigma. How the hell does he keep coming back? How many lives does this guy have?
Well, Sigma's body is just a shell. The true essence of Sigma lies in the merged and sentient Sigma virus. This virus can infect other robotic bodies, turning other Reploids maverick or even completely transferring his consciousness. He's even built several enormous bodies just for this.
These extra robo-shells have all sorts of unique abilities. They can fly, teleport around, make walls of electricity, create force fields, shoot a giant laser beam of death, or make some blue balls. That's rough, buddy. I've been there.
Also, each of Sigma's Mavericks possess their own abilities that are...
Hey, look, Wiz, they're all animals. That one's a penguin, and that's an octopus, and that one's a Kawanger. Yeah, Kawangers are... what the f*** is a Kawanger?
It's just a messed up romanization of Kawagata, the Japanese word for stag beetle.
Yeah, I guess Kawanger sounds more badass.
With these forces, Sigma waged war with humanity for many years.
He's battled top-tier Maverick hunters like X, Axel, and even that Zero guy. Wait, what's Guns N' Roses doing here?
Zero once survived an impact that broke apart the Eurasia space colony, which, when its pieces landed on Earth, created an explosion equal to at least 100 teratons of TNT. And Sigma is powerful enough to take out Zero in a single hit.
Damn! But Sigma's also managed to damage X, who once channeled enough energy through his body to destroy all of Japan. Suck it, Godzilla!
And many of Sigma's bodies could tank attacks from both X and Zero without much issue. That's impressive, considering X fought the General, whose body was tough enough to block a laser capable of destroying the Earth. The minimum amount of energy necessary to destroy a planet is known as its gravitational binding energy, which in the case of Earth is equivalent to a little over 63 sextillion tons of TNT.
That's 22 zeros. The number, not the robot. Plus, he's fast enough to keep up with Zero, the actual robot, not the number, who dodged Object Sunflower's beam of sunlight.
Actually, Sigma's likely even faster. Recall that Reploids like X, Zero, and Sigma were designed to be superior in every way to classic-era robots like Mega Man. That same Mega Man fought Duo, a space robot capable of flying between Saturn and the Earth within 35 seconds.
The only thing that could stop Sigma was the Mother Elf antivirus program. But if you don't take out the squishy computery center, he'll always come back.
So long as Sigma's still kicking, the dream of a world where humans and robots coexist is doomed to be a nightmare.
The time has come to prove your mettle against me. This fight will decide the fate of all Reploids.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
Shit,
But
who
first, let
I'm
us
gonna go
help
with?
you program your next meal.
I'm gonna bet on Sigma. I want to bet on Ultron, but some tell me Sigma gonna win. Let's see if I'm right.
Hello, everyone. I'll accept your unconditional surrender now.
At the risk of sounding cliché, you and what army?
Oh, never mind. I look like all his people talking. Damn. He got that teleportation down to a science.
reign is a delusion. You're all just puppets on strings.
I'll tear out your circuits and bathe in your oil.
I just remember he keep coming back. Simba be coming back and forth too. This nigga done turned into a Megazord.
Prepare to be extinguished.
What gall? Lucky for me, I'm my own best backup. You're mine!
Oh, he transformed into one too? And, no, I can't. Oh, damn. You know what? I think Ultron gonna win, man. I think I see Ultron gonna win. I seen it. Look like Goten's victory cannon from Dragon Ball Budokai 3. But some tell me Ultron gonna win.
My infection is complete. You belong to me.
Oh, please.
What's this?
Everything belongs to me.
I told you this is like Ultron was
I guess
gonna win.
that's one way to make friends.
Despite Sigma's deviousness and ferocity, he was
I should've
fairly
just went with
outclassed by
Ultron.
Ultron's talents.
Sigma
Damn
could
it!
scale to the general, who took a face full of 63 sextillion tons of TNT. But Ultron can withstand hits from Thor.
But I got it right at the last
and
minute.
we all know how awesome that thing is.
When Thor fought Gore the God Butcher, their battle created shockwaves powerful enough to shatter planets thousands of miles away. This could only be possible with a force equivalent to 682 septillion tons of TNT, over 10,000 times stronger than anything Sigma could survive.
And not only has Ultron frequently smacked Thor around like a toddler, Thor has had a really hard time trying to damage Ultron's adamantium armor. So Sigma's weapons couldn't either.
In terms of speed, Ultron flew across the galaxy in several months, putting him roughly 200,000 times the speed of light. That's leagues faster than Sigma, even if we scale him to Duo, who is 114 times light speed. And frankly,
Why not
scaling
take
to
this
Duo
into
through Mega
consideration?
Man in the first place is a bit capricious, as Duo didn't use his full potential in their fight.
Even with all that, it really didn't
That
matter
whole
who could
virus
punch harder
thing
or
was what
move
was-
faster, because the real
what
fight
made me
was
whip with
between the
Sigma.
Ultron AI and the Sigma virus.
Right, and while infection and possession was kind of the Sigma virus's thing, Ultron's AI was far more advanced. Recall how he enslaved an entire techno-organic race, to the point where he used them to conquer an empire spanning a whole satellite galaxy.
Yeah, the Phalanx are like Marvel's version of the Borg. Hell, that means Ultron basically Sigma'd a whole race of Sigmas.
It also helps that Ultron is as smart, or smarter, than Hank, the scientist supreme. Hank's even admitted as much, and he's smart enough to construct an infinitely sized mansion in a higher dimension of existence. Sigma was certainly a ruthless schemer, but nowhere near that level.
The only time Ultron was ever defeated
Ultron
by a virus
badass,
was
dude.
one specifically designed to bypass his defenses and leave him vulnerable to attack from the future and a bunch of other complicated stuff.
Sigma was a tenacious one, but Ultron was the stronger android, the tougher villain, and the deadlier virus.
It wasn't long before Ultron assimilated him.
The winner is Ultron.
Ultron shoulda went with you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you
It's
want the battle
cool,
track from that fight, you can
Let's see who got
down
next.
below. They're on my-
And we still have a few limited edition 100 episode posters left, so if you guys want to pick one up, just click that box right over there.
Who got next? Master Rochi? What? Jiraiya? Hey, that's gonna be dope. Hey, that shit gonna be raw as hell. Alright. I ain't gonna do no more editing to it shit. I'm gonna leave it like that. But alright, y'all, that my reaction to Ultron versus Sigma. Something told me that Ultron was gonna win it. I guess I thought Sigma was gonna win because Ultron was weak to viruses, but I didn't take to consideration that his built-in system was stronger than anything he could produce. So, damn it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Anyway, that was my reaction to the death battle. Y'all let me know who y'all had y'all money on. Also, if y'all like this reaction, like, comment, subscribe, whatnot. Check y'all out in this video. Peace.